was 3 goals though.
Oh, Jasper. No, it's because there was a dog coming down the street and I think he's just saw someone at the door. And I feel like it's still a little bit tilted. I'm really like anal with it having to be right in the very particular place. There we go, it's in a nice place now. Okay, so sorry, I've forgotten everything now, as I always do. Right, we're doing the live, aren't we? Okay, so I was going to do it as a video. I said to do it as video, and you said let's do it as
it's just done now.
a live instead, just so it's easier. So we're a little bit delayed with this. We are going on holiday actually in
2 days.
2 sleeps, is it? Yeah, 2 days. We're going on holiday on Wednesday, and it's Bank Holiday Monday today. So all will be revealed in this little video shortly. We are a bit delayed because one, we've just been really, really busy.
Yeah.
And genuinely not had the time, have we? We've been really busy with work and life, and things just get in the way sometimes, and we're just like, YouTube's had a little bit of, not like a bit to the back foot, but
It has.
we were kind of doing it for not the wrong reasons, but we were doing a lot of YouTube at one point and it just got a bit too much. And Matilda's had a SATs this year because she's year 6, and we've had a lot of things going on, and it's just needed to take a little bit of a back step at the moment while we just focus on ourselves for a while, hasn't it? And then we've all been struck with a sickness bug. I think I brought it home from school on Thursday when I finished work on Thursday for the 2 weeks holidays, and Matilda finished on Friday, and I brought a really horrible sickness bug home with me. First I thought I had food poisoning, and then it turned into you got the bug on, is it Friday?
Friday night. Matilda got it yesterday.
We really thought Matilda was going to be fine. We were like, oh, thank goodness Matilda's not got it. She never gets any, because she never really gets ill, does she? No. She never gets anything. She's escaped this bug. We're so lucky. Last night she went, oh, I really don't feel well. And we were like, you're all right, like you do as a parent. You're fine. You'll be all right, Matilda. Don't worry. Next thing, she walked in the living room and just went,
Exorcist.
Yeah, we won't even go in there. All over the living room floor. So yeah, she was not okay actually. She's currently in bed asleep, well, on the phone to a friend, I think, actually, is what she's doing. So she's now got the bug. So that delayed us further in doing the reveal that we wanted to do at the weekend, because we've not been very well doing it. So this is now our trip reveal. So are we actually going to go into the reveal, or are we not going to go into it? Okay, sorry, I'll let you do that, because I get confused with the details and
things.
Yeah, brain fog. Everything's called a thing with brain fog.
So we're going to Dubai.
Yes.
Actually.
Oh yeah, sorry, yes. That's the place we're actually going, Dubai. So you might remember from, I do this all the time, I interject because my brain tells me things and I remember. We were going last year, wasn't we? And all hell broke loose and it got cancelled because
this time last year.
Yeah, I think I looked and it was roughly, it was May last year, but the term dates slightly shift sometimes in the years. So we should have been going for the same amount of time, wasn't it, I think? Same kind of thing we've done this year, but the travel agent my mother-in-law used last year, that she'd used for years and years and years, really, really good, always come through for her, been incredibly cheap. Too cheap to be true in some ways, but always had the holidays, so you couldn't really complain, can you, if you're getting holidays? Turned out to be fraudulent. Not the person, fraudulent, unfortunately. So the holiday got cancelled. Was it like 4 days before we were due to go? I think we knew it was coming in a way because of the things that had happened, like something had got cancelled on the plane, hadn't it, and the flights and this and that and the hotel. So we didn't end up going to Dubai last year, and if you remember, we booked the cruise instead. Yeah,
and then we booked to go to Abu Dhabi for February because Dubai was coming out way too expensive.
So we booked Abu Dhabi for February this year because Dubai was coming out really, really expensive, and we still wanted to experience like the UAE.
Yeah.
God, I couldn't think of it. So we were going to stay in Abu Dhabi, but obviously travel over to Dubai because it's about an hour in a taxi, so we could experience the best of both worlds in a way.
But then we got a good deal on Dubai, so we went back to Dubai. So we're going to Atlantis. We're going for 9 nights, staying in an Imperial Club room. And we also have an extra night whilst we're flying, so it's 10 nights in total because we have a night flight out of Manchester.
Yeah.
flying direct with Emirates in business class on the way out, because we got a cheap upgrade the other day.
Yeah, that was really,
And
really
then
good.
we're coming back economy. We've got half board whilst we're at the Atlantis as well, so we've got some
Oh,
nice
yeah.
restaurants booked as well, haven't
Yeah.
we?
We haven't booked the half board yet, though. We're going to
No, we'll
book
go
that
book it
when
there,
we
but we
check
know we're
in.
doing half board.
Yeah,
But
so
we've got
it's
Imperial
the
Club.
Atlantis, the Palm, just because there is two Atlantis now. There's the Atlantis, the Royal.
There's also Atlantis in Jamaica and Atlantis in
Yeah,
Macau.
no, but I mean, because if
Yeah.
you know, if you're familiar with the Atlantis, I mean, I didn't really know at all that there was a completely new Atlantis. To me, is the Atlantis the traditional? I'm doing this because that's the shape that I associate it with in my brain.
Atlantis, the Royal, is a load of shipping containers on top of each other.
Yeah, whereas the Royal is like kind of this new kind of what looks like shipping containers. But to be honest,
really
when
nice
the videos
time.
of it looks really, really lovely now, and I was like, oh my gosh, that looks awful. Like, why have they built that compared to the Palm? It looks completely like it doesn't match. It
But
just.
But
now the videos I've seen, oh my gosh, it looks spectacular, doesn't it? It looks luxury upon it. Does look lovely.
Well.
Yeah, we're going to go over and we're going to visit that. So obviously we know we'll get some lovely footage of that. So yeah, we're staying on the Royal side, which is where your mum has stayed 40 times. And again, don't think this is because she's had a travel agent that has gotten it very, very cheap. We always said, like,
it was cheaper than Spain.
Like, why aren't you just going to Spain if you just want a beach holiday? Why are you going to Dubai? It's because she was getting at the prices of Spain. That's why she's been going so many times. So yeah, we're staying in the Atlantis. Very excited because it's like a 5-star hotel. Imperial Club, which means we're club level, so we get access to what's called like a lounge, like an Imperial lounge, which is a bit like when you go to Florida and like we've done like the Grand Floridian club level, or we did Animal Kingdom club level and things like that. Basically any club level in any hotel.
Bit of a step up from what we've seen in the video, so
yeah, so you get breakfast in the morning, but you can actually have mimosas for breakfast. Not that anyone, well, I might have one or two. Well, I don't really drink, but I might have one. I do quite like mimosas, but maybe not like in the morning. I don't really know. She says this, and then she'll probably be there drinking one time, but she's not really like me, as you know. But if you can have breakfast in the Imperial Club, then you can have like snacks and drinks throughout the day. Then they do like an afternoon tea, and then they do happy hour 5 till 7, which people always think that happy hour is like the drinks are reduced prices, but the alcoholic drinks are actually free during happy hour. Yeah, that's sort of in this club that we're in, this Imperial Club that we've paid extra to go in, like the club level, the alcoholic drinks are free, which a lot of people always think like, oh my gosh, in Dubai you can't drink, it's really bad.
For that 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm trying to say that they're only free for that 2-hour window, but you are allowed to drink in Dubai, like as long as you are in a pub or in a restaurant or in a bar or something, you are allowed to drink. It's not that you're not allowed alcohol. And obviously because we're in part, I mean, not that we drink a lot anyway, but I think your parents quite like the fact that they can get a beer at the end of the day between that 5 and 7. There's all cocktails and things that are readily available. I mean, I think Matilda will like the mocktails and things like that are nice for her. And there's like, I've seen the sweets and stuff. Matilda's going to go wild. There's just like jars of Smarties, marshmallows, cookies. Oh gosh, anything you can ever imagine. Skittles. Oh gosh, everything. Absolutely everything. She's going to go crazy, isn't she? And like sandwiches and things. That's why I have an afternoon tea. And then when the happy hour comes out, it's more like evening food. So you could technically have your tea in there. So like your mum has said that she doesn't normally generally go half board a lot of the time because she's done the restaurants before. So she would just have the Imperial Club for breakfast, lunch and tea. And the food is that exceptional that you don't need anything else. But because we haven't experienced the restaurants at the Atlantis before, we wanted to experience those restaurants, so that's why we've chose to upgrade ourselves to the half board as well, which we know is going to be, well, I'm not going to say a lot of food because we don't obviously have to eat a lot of food. Like we said to ourselves that some days we might just go in the Imperial Club and not go on the half board. Like we might use the Imperial Club for our breakfast in the morning and have the half board meal at the night time, or we might not even have the half board meal at the night and we might use our half board meal at lunch. You can kind of...
Can't use it at lunch.
Oh no, you can't, can you? No. But there's ways and ways of doing things. If we don't use it, it doesn't matter, because we added up the restaurants that we wanted to go to, and even the 4 or 5 we wanted to go to would be saving money by doing the half board for the whole 10 nights was cheaper than just the 5 restaurants we wanted to go to individually. So either way, we've
saved money.
We've saved, haven't we? And we've booked to go to
Nobu.
I'm going to say Nobu, which is obviously, Dennis, you'll be pleased with us. We're finally going to Nobu when you watch this. I know you said about us going to it in New York. We're going to Nobu. We finally booked it.
Doing lunch there, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to go to lunch at Nobu. It was slightly cheaper than going for dinner. Unfortunately, Matilda can't come to Nobu, but she can come to another restaurant called Hakkasan, which is actually a Michelin star restaurant. So she's very, very excited about that, because she is quite a big foodie, especially now she's got older. She's into
And
her
that's all
food.
Asian, so she'll
And
make
it's
the
all
sushi.
Asian food, Asian cuisine, sushi, a lot of Japanese cuisine around there, which she loves things like that. So she's very, very excited for that. Some of the restaurants do have a supplement, which we'll explain along the way, a lot of things like this. So especially like Hakkasan, because it is a Michelin star restaurant, it's not included on the half board. You pay an extra price to go there.
500 dirhams.
Yeah.
It's about £110.
Per person though, isn't it? Yeah. So it is an extra £110 per person, but we said to ourselves, it's a Michelin star restaurant. When are we ever going to do that again in our lives? And we're probably not, because
Next
we're not.
week.
No, when are we ever going to do that again? We're not that type of people that do those things very often. And I'm not just saying that just to be thingy, but we don't really do those things very often in life, and we're going to take the chance while we can. And paying out of pocket for that would be a lot more money for the 3 of us. And Matilda's half the price of that. She's like £60.
By 6 months.
Yeah, I'm so lucky that she's not 12 yet. So that's why we've chose to do Hakkasan for the 3 of us.
Yeah.
And then it's your brother's birthday while we're there.
Yeah, so we'll go do Gordon Ramsay, because he wants to go
He
there.
wants to do Gordon Ramsay's Bread Street Kitchen, which is another restaurant there, so that's exciting.
And then even the buffets look amazing. We're going to go to the Royal for
buffets.
gastronomy, aren't we?
Yeah, the Royal has their own buffet called Gastronomy, which, did I see most of it was led by...
No, Heston does a dinner in there on a Sunday.
Oh, Heston Blumenthal has a Sunday dinner in there, yes.
Which isn't classed as gastronomy, it's classed as Heston.
Yeah, there's a lot of celebrity...
Yeah,
there's like Haleo,
Gordon
that they have in
Ramsay's
Disney
obviously
Springs, Haleo.
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay's there, yeah. There's like a celebrity chef in Oceania.
Yeah.
Gosh, they had like this like candle thing that was just, I can't even explain
That's just
it.
stupid money.
Yeah, like...
But we've got a lot of meals planned, haven't we?
Yeah.
With
We're
the
just talking
hotel
about
as
food.
well, we get the water park included, which is the biggest water park in the world.
Yes.
We can do that every day. We get the aquarium included, which is apparently amazing. We can do that every day.
Yeah, the Lost Chambers.
Matilda gets kids club once per day. That's because we're Imperial Club. What else do we have? There's all little bits, isn't there?
Yeah, there's like, I looked last night and there's like a timetable, and you were like, oh my gosh, I didn't realise you could do all this. And
Yeah,
I said,
like
I've been
sushi
telling you there
making
was
and
loads
that.
of things, and there was like sushi making that was free, there was chocolate masterclass that was free. And then there is like a hut where you can do kayaking, paddle boarding, where you have to pay, but between 9 and 10 every day for hotel guests in the morning it's free. So you can try, I think it was only paddle boarding and kayaking. I think it's 2 different things every day between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. are free for hotel guests to try just for the hour. And I just think that's like, it's really good, isn't it, that you, for the whole hour you're allowed to try them for free between 9 and 10 for hotel guests.
I'll come and tip you off it.
I won't even be bloody getting in it. I'm not really difficult, I think.
And then we've got a lot of trips out planned as well, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've got
but like I said, the water park does look amazing. I'm a little bit worried about the water park because it's going to be difficult for me.
You can get golf buggies everywhere though.
We can get golf buggies, which is going to be easier for me. My main problem is going up the towers, because once you get up the tower and come down a slide, I've then got to go back
But
up to
we've got
get
to
to the
break it
next
down,
slide.
aren't we, to doing no
But
more than one tower a
We're going to
day.
break it down to a tower a day, and I think each tower only has like 4 slides in it.
Yeah. You might have to split
So-
those towers over multiple days, we'll say.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I can do a tower if it has 4 slides, because if it's on like 3 levels, I don't think that's too
They
bad
don't look like massive
for
slides.
me. No. And then we can do some little
Yeah, there might even be lifts.
slides, yeah. But we're going to see how we go, and we're going to like...
Yeah, we're not going to do a full day at the water park.
No,
We've
I
got to
said
get in
because
early
we have
and
like,
be done.
because we get early access to the water park, that's another thing.
for being
Because
in
you're a
the
hotel guest, you get early access. Some people have said an hour, some people have said half an
Yeah.
hour. I think because it's peak summer now, you only
Yeah.
get a half an hour extra access. So I think we can get in from 9:30, and general admission is 10 o'clock. But even having that half an hour extra
Makes a difference.
time
It's 2 rides.
makes a difference, yeah, because you can get there, get on a ride, done, get on another ride, done, and we can just leave then. And we've had no wait for the rides. That's my main thing, is that we won't have to queue. And apparently it's really quiet in the morning,
Yeah.
because by the time other people have got to the Palm, because the Palm's
It's a
quite
while
a
to get
significant
to,
place
yeah.
to get to.
You've got a friend staying on the Palm, haven't you? And it's still got 20 minutes.
Still
for
going
them
to take
get
them
there.
20 minutes to get there, and they're the no 40 minutes it wasn't
Was
it?
it?
From the other side of the Palm, I think, because they're right at the other edge. So hopefully we've got like a bit of a good thing there. And we
Yeah,
said that we can
we'll do
just
that
go
a few days, won't
a
we?
couple of days on the run, or you know, break it up, go for a little bit of time. So even if we go maybe before it closes one day,
Yeah.
see if it's busy. You get free water socks as well.
Every day, apparently.
Yeah, I think everybody
them
gets
up.
water socks. Yeah, they say double them up because it gets really hot. And I think hotel guests get free towels,
Yeah.
but other people have to pay for towels at the water park.
Okay.
Jasper, he's very tired today, aren't you, buddy? Matilda kept you awake, didn't she? Because she was poorly sick.
And then we've got quite a few things planned as well, haven't we?
Yeah, so I really want to go to see the Abu Dhabi Mosque. So it's just something that I've really, really, really wanted to see. My sister went to see it. Some people at work have been to see it, and it's just a cultural thing for me. I can't miss it. It's just one of those things that it just amazes me. Things like that. I love things like
And we
that.
looked at hiring
So
a
much
car
history.
to go there. They don't know what people
Yeah,
said.
we did look at hiring a car, but then people said like the roads are crazy. Just don't do it. And I don't want that. I don't want to be a passenger in a crazy road
Car
system.
would have been cheaper than the tour, but at least we know we've got to get there in one piece.
I mean, I wouldn't drive over there. I don't really drive over here anyway at the minute. And I couldn't drive over there. And you probably would be alright, but
Having you as a passenger, I wouldn't be.
if the roads are really bad like that, I wouldn't.
This is more that on the motorway, if a truck goes past us, goes like that.
Yeah, that's because I've got things, but I wouldn't be able to cope if the roads were really bad like that. And I know that sounds daft, because I know that I'll have to get in a taxi or something, but it's different if someone else is driving to Ant, and if it's like in a coach or a minibus, it's not the same as being in a
And
little
they know
car
the
or something, and they
roads,
know the roads, and I feel a little bit safer. And there's obviously like there's trains and stuff as well. There's ways to avoid it. So yeah, we're going to go to the Abu Dhabi Mosque for the day, which I'm really, really excited about. My sister's lent me like a huge that she bought there, because you have to cover up completely, so it goes right over my head, down my arms, down my legs. It's gorgeous, isn't it? All the way over me. He's like, It's really nice.
I'm
So
glad I've not got to wear one.
that's the plan for one of the days, is to go to Abu Dhabi.
And then we're going to go to Motion Gate as well.
Motion Gate. I'm really, really excited for
So
Motion
we looked
Gate.
at we looked at Ferrari World, Warner Brothers.
I've just said how excited I'm for Abu Dhabi, and then I've just gone Motion Gate. Woo!
Motion Gate just stood out. We saw it on Theme Park Worldwide.
I think we've not been
It
to
just
Alton
looks
Towers for so
different.
long that I'm like, theme park. Woo!
Yeah, Motion Gate just stood out against the others, and I
it
don't
was
know
just
why.
so
It
good.
just looked good.
And it's
so
in Dubai as well, like,
Yeah.
because we looked at Ferrari World, we looked at
Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers, yeah, and we were going to go there. We had in our head we're going to do Ferrari World and Warner Brothers. We're going to do 2 days in Abu Dhabi. We might potentially stay overnight. And then we saw this Motion Gate on Theme Park Worldwide, and we were like,
That
oh
looks
my
good.
gosh, why are we not going that one? That looks... It's got a Hunger Games ride, and Matilda really likes Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Not like... That sounds bad saying she likes Hunger Games. She's read the books at school because it was part of a class project. So she's really got into Hunger Games at the minute. We've watched the films and stuff, and she's been studying them. So Hunger Games ride, that was really good for her. And then it's got like a really good How to Train Your Dragon ride, a bit like Vampire at Chessington, but inside, and then a really cool like Shrek themed area, and it just looked amazing.
It does look good.
Yeah, it looked
So
really
good.
Charlotte and Sean just like sold it to us, I think, didn't they? We were like, we're gonna go there. They've sold it to us.
And then what else have we got on? We've got a few things, haven't we?
Your brother found like an indoor rainforest, which we haven't actually seen before.
No, well, that's good.
But it looks really, really
there,
good. We need to probably look up that. I've not even seen any of this.
You start on the top level, which is like the canopy, and then you work your way down to the forest floor.
Oh gosh, we're studying that in my class.
Oh, aren't they?
Yeah, we talked about like the canopy, the emergent, the... I love that, yeah.
You might actually learn something.
Yeah.
We've got to do a tour of Dubai Old Town.
Yeah, so I really want to go to the Old Town because I just feel that it shows the true history of Dubai and like the culture, and you know, before it was all... I mean, I suppose a lot of it's man-made, isn't it? But you know what I mean? Like, I like
before
things
it
was taken over. So we've found like a thing, haven't we, where you can kind of do like a little tour, where they take you around and things like that. I'm still here, it's okay. So we're going to try and do like a tour. I'm still here. We're going to try and do like a little tour of the Old Town.
And take in the Dubai Blue Mosque as well at the same time.
Yeah, and try and do the Dubai Blue Mosque, which apparently is really, really lovely. So we're going to try and do like a guided tour of that. So hopefully it won't be as much for us like in like walking and things, but we'll have our own little kind of tour of that ourselves, so we know where we're going and stuff and what to do. Oh, you are very tired, little boy.
If you say that, you need to say it quiet.
Yeah, well, we'll do everything else first.
We're looking at one of the viewing platforms, aren't we?
Oh gosh, we drove ourselves mad with this. There's about 4. There's the Burj, tallest building in the world, which obviously has advantages because it is the tallest building in the world. And who doesn't want to go to the tallest building in the world and say they've been in the tallest building in the world, but is it just for the sake of saying you've been in the tallest building in the world?
Yeah.
Then there is the view at the Palm, which is where you're at. If the Atlantis is here, if the Atlantis is here, we're here, and we're like looking this way at the Atlantis. So it's like a big thing, and we're like looking over at the palm like this, which is nice because we get to kind of see how the palm's made and all like the shape of it and everything, and looking at the Atlantis, which is a really nice one to look at as well. There's something called the frame, where it's literally like a frame like this, and you go up onto the top of it. And again, we saw Charlotte and Sean in this one from Theme Park Worldwide and the Sandbrook Adventures, and they did all of these ones and they were really good and detailed in them. And the floor of the frame is glass, but sometimes it goes solid and then sometimes it goes clear, and he said it was really interesting watching people on it, but the view was a little bit obstructed because the frame, the detail of the gold, the way it goes around the outside of the building can obstruct your view slightly. But they said it was lovely, and there was a lovely garden around the bottom of it. So that was a really nice one. And then there was another one called, don't think I wrote the other one down. No, I've not. I can't remember what the other one's called. There's another one where it's basically opposite the Burj, but it has a like glass slide on the side of the building. And I just thought that was really interesting because it's like a glass slide. So I thought that's something that's just different going in a glass slide. It's not really high, I'd say maybe like the glass slide bit's the height of a house, maybe something. It's not like really, really high. Maybe the height of a house is the glass slide bit. It's not really, really long, the slide. But I just thought that's another interesting thing to do. Going on a glass slide on the outside of a building is something a bit more unusual. Was it about the glass slide building? I can't remember what it's called. Skyview. Is that the building? Yeah. It's opposite the Burj, isn't it? Yeah. So I said that's like an interesting one.
Yeah.
So then we've basically ended up with the Burj, the tallest building, the Palm looking over the Palm, the Frame because it was quite nice and then the sky view because of the glass slide.
Yeah.
So that's where we got really conflicted, and we can't obviously do all 4 because there's not enough time, and we don't want to do all 4, and there's just not enough. There's just no. It's just a waste of money, isn't it? At the end of the day, as well.
It's not exactly an iconic skyline like New York.
No, exactly. Well, even in New York, we wouldn't have done 4 different ones. We did Empire State Building, and we did the top of the rock, and the view was pretty much similar, to be fair. So there's not like we want to do loads of them. I think we're probably just going to maybe work it.
We'll go back to the Burj at night and see the fountains there.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do that.
We'll see the fountains at the Royal as well.
Yes, because we want to go and see the fountains.
We'll go around the Dubai Marina at night.
Yeah, well, I think we'll go around the marina at night. We said when we're when we're doing the fountains, we said that. Yeah, we'll look at the Burj with the fountains and the marina and everything like that, because I think that will be really lovely to look at. We did say about a bus tour, but I don't know.
They were really expensive.
Yeah, they was
like £60 a day.
It was just so many different routes, and you had to pay separately for each route, and each route didn't go where like connected to a way you'd want to see different things. Like say one route went to the Burj and one route went to the Mall, or like, but they don't interlink, so it's like you couldn't see multiple. It might not have been that, but it was something.
In other cities, they've been the cheap way of getting around.
Yeah, it was something very similar. The way that like one went one way, one went one way, but I don't think that.
No.
I mean, it might not be. It's like one went the old town, one went the new town, one went this, or one went that way. But we'd want to see more than that.
We'll see it again when we get there, but it doesn't seem to be very. Seems like doing tours are more cost effective.
Yeah, and I think that's fine, because if it's easier, we'll just do that. I mean, I know like your family want to just sit around the pool, but because they've done everything, and we're not going out to the desert. That's one thing that I just don't. I can't. My body can't handle dune bashing. I mean, I know you don't have to do the dune bashing, but we're just not.
I just don't see the point.
We're not interested in it. Like Matilda doesn't like the sand. I don't really like the sand. I don't really get just going out in the middle of a desert. We don't want to be. I don't want to be out in the heat. I don't like it. It just doesn't suit our personal family and our circumstances. That's fine, because it doesn't suit everybody. I get people would love it maybe 10 years ago, 20 years ago. I would have loved dune bashing in the desert. I would have absolutely loved it. But now I can't, and that's fine. That's fine. Like I said, people, everybody's different, aren't they? And it's fine. So yes, we do have a lot of different ideas. Like I said, none of it's set in stone, because we've been quite reserved because of what happened.
Yeah, we've still not booked anything.
Last year we didn't book anything. But because we're Imperial Club, we get the concierge access, so they can help us book things. And your mum's kind of like a mini celebrity.
She feels like that when she goes, doesn't she?
Because she's been that many times. So I think we'll be fine when we get there with booking things. We have looked, and there's loads of dates available and times for everything. We could book the Burj and stuff. Everything's fine. Everything's available, isn't it? Okay.
I think that's everything, is it?
Yeah.
We're excited for business class, aren't we?
Just this, you know.
Oh yeah, say about that. Just say it quiet.
Yeah, you can say that.
No, you can say that.
Okay, so the one thing that we have booked is the dolphins. I need to get closer. Is swimming with the dolphins. So we didn't do it at Discovery Cove in Florida because Matilda wasn't old enough, and then she was old enough, wasn't she? But my mum came with us. Or was she not old enough? I can't remember. I can't remember if she was old enough. She wasn't old enough. But because it's Aunt's brother's birthday, he said that if Matilda wanted to do it, he would like to do it with her. So we said, oh, okay. So what we've done is we've booked it as a surprise. So we've booked it for his brother, Matilda, me, and his mum. So we're all going to go with his brother. You're not bothered about going.
I'm not sure you can film it either.
And your stepdad's not bothered about going either. But I'm going to obviously go in with Matilda, because I think she'll need me with her. And your mum's going to get in with your brother, because he'll need your mum with him as well. But I think that would be nice. I've only ever done it once before at Discovery Cove when I was 18 as well, which is a long time ago. So I'm really excited about doing it. It's a bit different to Discovery Cove because we did originally book like a swim, but then we realised that you had to be able to tread water for
20 minutes.
It was longer than that, I think.
Half an hour, something like
It might have been 20 minutes, but obviously you can't tread water for 20 minutes without being able to touch the bottom of the pool because I can't tread water for 20 minutes. And I know
Matilda definitely.
yeah, Matilda probably could, to be honest, but I couldn't tread water for 20 minutes. I don't think she could, to be fair. If it's too long, it's too exhausting because you're right out in the thick of the deep end with the dolphin. So we went for the shallower end version where you are like waist deep with them and the dolphin comes up and you can feed them. And I don't really know what it entails. The only bad thing is, it's like Ant said, for Ant to be able to film, you have to pay a spectator's fee. So,
which is basically the same amount.
Yeah, which is really expensive.
At Discovery Cove, at least you got access to everything else.
At least at Discovery Cove. And the thing where it is in the water park anyway. So Ant will be in the water park with his stepdad anyway. But for them to get near to the Dolphin Lagoon, they'd have to pay a spectator's fee to come and watch us doing it so that they can take pictures and videos. Now, I'm not sure if...
And that's because they take pictures and videos.
That's because they
why,
take them and they charge for it, yeah. And I'm not sure if maybe on the day there'll be a slightly reduced rate and they'll say, oh, you know, it's actually this much. We don't know, it's just what we're going off the website at the minute. But obviously we don't know until we get there, and we'll let you know when the video comes out how much everything was and what we did in the end and how it all worked. But we're looking, I mean, hopefully maybe even from a distance you can zoom massively into these little specks in the water bobbing up like this, I don't know, on the beach. Ooh, here we are. But we will
we'll
see how that goes. That was just something special because it was your brother's birthday.
Yeah.
The holiday got cancelled last year. Matilda's finished her SATs. I think she's done amazingly well in them. We don't get the results yet. But she's been very, very stressed about them. We've had a lot of late nights, a lot of stress with her. She's had a really, really amazing year.
She's come on so much.
Yeah, she's come on so much. She's had a lot of things, and it's been really difficult. So she deserved the treat. She really, really did. And obviously your brother's birthday, so it was just nice to do it, wasn't it? So we've booked something special for that, and I think it was a really nice thing to book, wasn't it? And a really nice thing to do. So they don't know about that, so that's going to be a really nice surprise for her.
Nice.
No, I'm just really excited for her because it's just like something that she doesn't know about, and I love like surprising it because I feel like she thinks that she knows everything, and when she gets there, because she has mentioned it a few little times, and I've been like, oh, we just can't start off the money, Matilda, I'm really sorry, it's really, really expensive. And then when we get there and we go, we're going, she's going to be so excited. I can't wait to see. Maybe we can film a reaction.
We should have told her about business class, really, should we?
No, I probably shouldn't have told her about business class either. Yeah, but never mind, that's that anyway, yeah. So yeah, we're going business class as well, which is exciting. We've looked at some video, only outbound, god dear, we couldn't afford it both ways, jeez.
Well, we've done the outbound because that's the nighttime flight, so at least you can get some sleep.
Yeah, we've only done the outbound because it was a nighttime flight, and we kind of only did that because your mum had upgraded to it previously. No, I mean, but your mum got the call for it before we did.
Yeah, she got the only upgrade offer first, so I said, just book it. I said, if we don't get it, it doesn't matter, but don't you miss out on it.
Yeah, so your mum booked it before we did, didn't she? And your mum did it last time and said it was really good. So your mum booked it, and then luckily we got offered the same one as well, so that was really good. So we're all managed to do it together. But we're not doing it. We won't even be offered it for the way back, but we won't be doing it even if we get offered it on the way back anyway.
Whereas the plane outbound isn't.
Yeah, because we're flying at like 9:30 at night, which some people, like my mum was like, oh gosh, why are you flying so late? And I was like, but we don't lose the day, mum, because we land in the morning, 7 a.m. in the morning, so we get all that first day. So we've had like all that first day, and then we've got the whole holiday, and then when do we come back?
2 o'clock.
Yeah.
On the Saturday.
2 o'clock
And we
on the day we leave.
At night.
So we've done like really well with the flights, really.
I wish we could get night flights in and out of America.
I know, it'd be really good, wouldn't it?
But I think that's everything.
Yeah, I think that's it, yeah. Any comments or questions, please
2
leave them
days
below.
left in work for me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're working, aren't you, both days? Yeah, we've got the airport lounge booked as well. Oh, sorry, with regards to filming, obviously we are with family and they don't want to be
No, so we'll film what we can.
on the videos at all, I don't think.
No.
I don't think they mind like being in the background and bits like that, but they're not actively going to be communicating in the video, so they're not going to be like talking and saying what they think of things, is what I was going to say. So don't think they're being rude, it's just that they don't want to be like saying, oh, I think this of this and I think that of my meal or whatever. So it's probably not going to be like in depth of what we've done previously, but we are going to film like any excursions, any activities that we do. I will film obviously in the Imperial Club. We're just not going to film like every breakfast in the Imperial Club if it's the same every day, every lunch. You know, it might just be a little bit.
Yeah. We're going to try and do day by day, but it might be experience by experience. We'll just
we're going to try and do it as day by day, but it might end up being, this is the rainforest next day, this is the motion gate, this is what we did here, and we'll just see how we go like that, because obviously we want it to be our holiday as well, and we want some
well, there's not as much going on as
and there's not as much as busy as Disney. Like we said, it's not as busy, but we do want to film some of the restaurants and buffets and things for you as well, so like bits of the hotel.
There's not many videos, is there?
No, because there's not many videos of Dubai and not many of the hotels.
And lots of videos of no one speaking and just showing you bits of food. But there's
but nothing else.
I like people actually giving you, and this is this and that was nice.
I like saying like this was this dish and this is what it was, and
there's not much of that. Considering it's a massive tourist spot, I thought there would have been more videos than what there is.
I was asleep on Mummy's knee.
But yeah, I think that's everything.
Yeah, so thank you for watching. Sorry we've droned on a bit. I can't help it sometimes when I start talking. I get excited about things and it all just blurts out. But yeah, thanks for watching.
And we'll see you soon.
We'll see you when we're back at the holidays.